Hello, everybody. This is Captain in the house. I'm back again. I hope everyone is fine. I'm actually happy to be here today to share another topic that I've been longing to put out there for people to learn one or two things from. Okay, what I'm going to be talking about today is midlife crisis, and this one is irrespective of whether you're a male or female. At a point in our life, this is going to happen, what we call midlife crisis, and it happen at different stage in our lives. Some probably experience it probably between the age of 30 and 40, between the age of 40 and 50, between the age of 50 and 60. But most of the midlife crisis that has to do with men most of the times happen between the age of 40 and 55, and it has different categories, but generally it can be categorized as midlife crisis. But the midlife crisis I'm going to be talking about is some things that had to do with probably your achievement in life. Most men probably from the age of 40 to the age of 50, they've got so many dreams before this age, so many things they've planned to do, and then at the end of the day, when they start to count their blessings in terms of what they've achieved, most people tend to realize that they haven't actually really achieved much, depending of their own dictionary of what achievement is being called. So people start to look at the steps they've taken in the back, in the past. I mean, what they could have done better or what have gone wrong, and what are the mistakes they've made in the past and how they can actually rectify it. So this kind of thinking start to create a midlife crisis, and they also get worse when probably the person is going through some medical challenges. For instance, I read a bit about diabetes type 2, that it can actually create a form of anxiety as well. It can actually create some sleepless nights when you start to think about things that you could have done better or things that you can achieve. But the one that actually surprised me is when I was reading it from, when they start to talk about other serious things that, apart from having sleepless night, apart from anxiety, that it can actually lead to the anxiety in particular can actually lead to mental health issue. So this is just to advise us that some things that we don't know that we kind of create in our body, or because of thinking about the midlife crisis, that I should have done this, I should have done that, or as I'm growing older, I hope I'll be able to achieve these things. When they cause anxiety, anxiety in general, regardless of having a kind of a health issue as well. It does. You don't have to have a health issue. That's the further that I read about it. The anxiety naturally can actually lead to mental health problem, and the mental health problem, they actually have categories. Those ones that are serious, says you might start to feel like there's nothing to live again, that probably you have less years to live, that this might affect you in such a way that if care is not taken, it might start to feel as if life doesn't want it again. I'd rather take my life. So please, in the process of men or women in general thinking about what they could have achieved or what they could have done better, or feeling one regret or the other, it's good to have a control over all this thinking that create anxiety, that can actually lead to a mental health problem. So it's quite important for us to be able to control it. Sometimes we embrace life calamity with different tenacity. It might not be that straightforward for some people. So for those of us that actually struggle with anxiety, it's actually very important to seek advice, to seek counseling from professionals, And it's actually good to speak out as well. Probably if you're the married one, or you have one or two friends, or you have some family that you can speak with, just to tell you that there's more to life, and this is that, just count your blessings rather than feeling sad about what you could not do in the past. Because midlife crisis leading to anxiety can actually create a mental health problem. So please, let's take good care of our health, and let's be grateful for where we are, because if the anxiety is not being controlled, it can even lead to something that is worse than one present situation. So my own just small tip of advice for most people going through midlife crisis, thinking and getting worried, is to ensure that they put all this anxiety under control, so that it's not going to get complicated, especially for people that have loved ones, for people that have children. Because if anything goes wrong with you, remember your life is not your own alone. You have a people around you that love you, people that appreciate you, and these are the things that give us happiness. Because most time, a lot of people time success to money. It's not only money. Success is attached to so many things. If you look back in your life, maybe you're not married, you're married now, you have children, and your children are growing, or you have a good job, or you just do some things that make you happy. So those are part of success. So success is not just about money, it's about so many things we've achieved in our life. So please, guys, anybody going through midlife crisis, which is normal, don't let it overwhelm you. Don't sink in it. Yeah, it's normal for people to think, but be in charge, be in control. And my final advice is be conscious of getting overwhelmed with midlife crisis. Get out of it, enjoy yourself with your friends or your loved one, and then just move with life. If you have to change some lifestyle, or you have to change some things just to suit you, to make you happy, that's what I'm going to suggest. You can start to go to probably do exercise, hang out with the friends you like so much. So that can actually help to overcome anxiety that can lead to a mental health issue that might probably go out of control. Life, we're just living life, and one day everybody's going to leave this world. But while we're still on earth, let's enjoy the fruit that we can get from it. So thank you everybody for listening to this just small piece of advice. And I would really appreciate you if you can please thumb ups, as in, and then subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you for listening. God bless. Bye.